up, y'all? It is your girl, Brittany.
And it's your girl, Bree.
And this is Listen Sis, your favorite podcast.
All right, y'all. What is going on with y'all?
Y'all?
Today on this wonderful Monday.
Monday.
This is the day.
This is the day
that the Lord
has made.
And we shall rejoice.
And be
glad.
In it. That's what we gonna do.
Y'all, do y'all not know what today is?
Today is January 13th. We will say it's a beautiful day to wear crimson and cream.
Crimson and cream.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
If you know what we mean. So, happy
Founders Day. To the wonderful, devastating
divas of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Yeah.
All right. So happy Founders Day.
Happy Founders Day, Sorors.
Happy Founders Day.
We had to get that out the way. We couldn't. Y'all know we couldn't come out here and just hit and quit it.
Yeah. We couldn't do that.
We had to pay homage.
You got to pay homage.
Yeah, but y'all, today on this wonderful Monday, we are going to talk about pushing through. We have so much going on. We know that it's a new year, 2025, but we are all still dealing with certain things. We all still have our situations going on. Things are going on and happening in our lives. Yeah, we must push through.
It's important. It's important to push through because what we say, life be life, and sometimes you don't understand what is going on. But we must remember things are set up how they are supposed to be set up.
Right.
Big G has a plan for what you cannot see.
Right.
So you have to trust in the process. Like we said, you have to trust the process, but you have to trust the process and push through.
Right.
Because life still has to go on.
Look, and I know we are so bad at this. We are so bad at trying to fix things.
Oh yeah.
We're so bad at trying to, if you're a natural nurturer or whatever, you're a natural fixer. You try to make it right because you know that this is the way it's supposed to go. But sometimes it's just best for us to leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
And let Big G guide and do whatever it is that is supposed to be done.
That's right.
We may not understand it right now. We may not get the picture right now because we can't see it. But it's all within us having faith.
Yes.
It's all within us, pushing through to get to the other side.
Right.
We don't know what the other side may be, but we have to be accept what's coming out on the other side.
Right. And it's okay for you to question and ask, like, why is all this happening? Why is all this occurring? This is the first of the year, and was it something that, you question yourself and say, was it me? Was it something I did? It's so many things, but I do believe that sometimes that it is important. Sometimes there has to be separation in order for, things to get better, in order for people to also understand accountability in the part that they play. So that is very important. And it's just good for you to do that self-evaluation on yourself. I know we be saying new year, new me. I don't be saying all that. But, we'll say new year. And so sometimes when things are not going as you would thought that they would go, God throw a little monkey wrench in the plan.
Yeah.
And when he throw that monkey wrench in the plan, you be like, where that come from?
Right.
What?
But sometimes he orchestrates things on purpose. To see, how you gonna pursue and handle the situation. He put things in place just to see, if I'm throwing this out there to you now, when I give you, later on, if I throw another one out there at you, because y'all know life is gonna life, and it's not like that you won't get tested. You're gonna get tested regardless. So it's like, if I'm giving this to you now, I'm seeing how you're gonna react. Are you gonna keep the faith in me, or are you going to lose hope and start doubting and complaining and murmuring like them folks did? in the Bible.
Yeah.
Murmurers and complaining. And when you murmur and complain, that's when he really get to take stuff away from you.
So you just have to take everything that you see. Sometimes it's hard to believe what you cannot see. But you have to then trust that Big G, he knows. It says that he knows the plan for your life.
Yeah.
We do not know what those plans are. We don't know what those plans are going to look like. Maybe those plans are still the plans. But maybe this had to happen. Sometimes things happen to strengthen things.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen so that, people are not taken for granted.
Right.
Sometimes things are put in place for you to do self-evaluation checks. And it's okay sometimes to break away from things if it's not working at the moment. That is okay. And if Big G has orchestrated, and if it's supposed to come back together, it is gonna come back together. And when it comes back together, it's gonna be right. It's gonna be right. It's gonna be a beautiful thing. And so just trust the process and push through, even when you don't feel like it. Even if whatever that look like, that may mean like you just feel like you want to be in the bed. That may just feel like you want to go out for a walk. You may just want to go to that gym. You may just want to read a book. You may just want to binge watch whatever series. You may want to read your Bible. Like in those times, we can't. I'm gonna say sometimes we weep, but we can't weep so much because we don't know what's being done. You gotta trust the process of what's being done, and what is meant to be is going to be. What is for you is always going to be for you. I don't care what comes into play. I don't care what try to get in the way. I don't care. Whatever try to get in the way, know that Big G gonna say you got to get out the way, because that ain't. I made it this way,
right.
Not that way that you're trying to make it to be, but this is always going to be. So you have to trust and push through, no matter what it looks like.
Exactly. And it's like when because I know since we just talk about separating, it may take people to fall apart before they come back together. In that time, write down those things that you will want to work on for yourself. Start seeing the things that you notice in yourself that you like, okay, well, I know that I could be better at this. I know that I could do better with this. Write it down, y'all. Put it in your journal, put it in your plan or whatever that you have. Your iPad. It don't matter, your phone. Write these things down, because sometimes you don't know or you don't understand it until you see it written down. And then it really will click, and then you be like, well, dang,
Right.
I got this going on, so let me work on this. And y'all, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take steps. It's going to take time. The stuff that means the most, that matters the most, is operated over time. It's put together over time. So don't feel like, well, I just know that this ain't meant for me. Well, maybe, after the figuring out and configuration and stuff like that, it'll come back together, and you say, oh, well, this is why I went through all of that. This is why we had to separate to come back together. Because I would rather us to, be whoever to separate and get together now than later on.
Yeah,
we got a whole whirlwind going on, and now we really talk about, oh, well, I can't stand you, and I need my space, I need my time. No, it's get it together now.
Yeah, get it together now. And again, it's a reason why that thing had to happen. Sometimes we don't recognize. Sometimes we recognize things that's going on, but sometimes we don't recognize those things that's going on until it is brought to the forefront, till it's brought to our attention. So when it's brought to our attention, then it's, dang, okay, now I see that it could be something that I definitely need to work on. I thought I had worked on that, but I haven't. So it's time for me to get on back, and I need to do it, do a little bit more healing. I need to get a little bit more dive deeper, you know what I'm saying, with Big G. I'm sorry. Dive a little bit deeper with Big G, and just allow myself to do the changing that I need to do to better me, because nobody can change you. You only can change yourself. So work on you. You have to let other people work on themselves.
Right.
But you do the necessary work that you need to do on you.
Mm-hmm.
And again, once you do the necessary work on you, what's meant for you is gonna come. It's coming.
Yeah, because again, nobody is perfect.
Nobody.
So when you saying that you need to go back to healing, go get some more healing or whatever, you're not gonna be fully all the way healed.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You could try to get as close that you can get to being all the way healed, but you're gonna constantly have to keep working on yourself. It's not like, okay, I worked on this and I stopped. No, we have to continue to work on ourselves continuously.
Always.
Because the situation may come up again. You may have a relapse.
May have.
But the difference is how you're going to bring yourself back out of that instead of sitting in it for so long that you did before.
Yep.
So now it's the way that you approach or you're handling it this time. And you be like, okay, well, I know last time I did this, so this time I know I need to move a little bit different. I may need to hurry up and write it down quicker, or I may need to talk with somebody about it. The people who you trust.
Right.
And get that. Don't talk to anybody.
No, but just about your problems and issues.
Yeah.
But
so it's like you know how to move, or you know how to deal with that situation if it presents itself again. So with the healing, it's continuously. And you never know. Later on down the road, that if you meeting somebody or whatever the case may be, they can continue to help you in your healing process, because your partner, whoever it is that you're with, is supposed to be like a puzzle piece. Yeah, it's supposed to help you. Y'all continue to heal together. Then y'all can talk about y'all situations. You can vent to each other and be like, okay, well, this is how we're gonna fix this. This is how we're gonna work this. Y'all come up with a plan.
And strategize what that plan is going to look like. Because you can talk about the things, but a lot of times it's not until you write those things down that you need to work on. It's not until you write those goals down that you have for yourself and for each other, that then it says write the vision, make it plain. So I know that you're not writing the vision for no reason.
Right.
You're writing it down because sometimes you got to reference back. It's okay to reference back to those things, because you may catch yourself doing something or saying something or whatever that you have said, and you say, hold up, you catch yourself in the trail. Wait a minute. I'm not going back to that place. Let me go back and look at it. Oh, I tell myself, I'm not. So you holding yourself accountable at that time. So write those, plans goals, and those goals and the plans and strategize and execute those things. You can talk about it all day, but it's not until you put action behind what you said that you're gonna do and hold yourself accountable that is really going to allow you to just like thrive and go into everything that Big G has for you. So in the process, during the process, trust what it is. We don't supposed to lean to our own understanding.
And just let it be what it's gonna be at the time.
Let it be what it is at the time. Allow yourself, give yourself grace. Give everyone grace. Just extend grace. Grace needs to be extended, because guess what? There's things that we all have done. There's things that we all have said, and if we could write down, and if somebody else knew the flaws and the things and the skeletons and all the things that you have done, you will want somebody to extend grace to you. So don't hold that over anyone, or hover that over anyone, that what they did was so bad or what they said was so bad. Yes, it may have been wrong for what they said, but once that person sincerely apologized, you're not supposed to keep record of that wrongdoing, because that ain't love. Love said it is patient, it is kindness, does not keep record of wrongdoing. So don't do that. Don't do that to your brother or your sister. Don't do that to your spouse. Don't do that to your significant other.
Don't do that to your loved one.
Don't do that to your loved one. Don't do that to your children, because we all have made mistakes. But again, we have to extend grace to those that need it and deserve it, because everyone deserves grace and mercy.
And if we continue to hover over and hold these over people's head and stuff, these are the type of things that'll push people away. These are the type of things that make people be like, well, you know what, I guess I wasn't that important to them. So, you know, you may miss out on your blessing. You may miss out on somebody who is supposed to be in your life because you are treating and mishandling them at the time. And I get it. We all make mistakes. I get it. We all, you know, do things that we don't like for the other person to do. But y'all, we have to be grown enough. We have to be mature enough to talk about these things so that we can get past these things. We can't hold on to it because that leads to depression. That leads to like your mind being all over the place. So we cannot keep living and doing the same thing. These are like toxic behaviors. And we cannot continue to move in that same type of pattern.
And we have to get past those you know, those toxic behaviors. And again, that's where you know, if you have a counselor, if you have a therapist, that's when you can call that counselor or that therapist up and, you know, get you a consultation and whatever it is you need to do. If you do virtual, do that. If you do in person, you do that. But it's okay to go back and say, I thought that I was completely healed from this. I need some more like I need a little bit more homework on this. So that I won't keep this type of behavior up. It is okay. It's okay. Sometimes we do have relapses. Sometimes we do fall back into, you know, things in which we thought that, like I said, we thought that we were healed from, or things that we thought that we had overcome. But sometimes we haven't. And that is okay. You are a human being. Forgive yourself. Forgive others and extend the grace. And I promise you, when you get to the other side, you're going to say, it was all meant to work out this way. I did not understand why, but now I understand.
And that was part of your story.
That was part of the story. That was part of the plan. I don't know the plans. I don't want to know the plans, because guess what? If I knew the plans and he already tell me what it is, I wouldn't even want to go through it. I wouldn't want to see it. I would say, I'm done with it. I'm throwing in the towel. But no, he says, stay connected to me. He says, stay connected in who you are, and just allow yourself to get through this. Allow yourself to cry if you need to cry. Allow yourself to you know, just allow yourself to be in that, but don't stay there, because staying there will require you to like try to pick up the pieces, and you just find yourself in a state that, you know, you just don't want to be again if you've been there. So push through, extend grace, and know that Big G, he has the plan. He knows the plan. But trust the process even when you cannot see it and when you don't understand.
And when you get to the other side, you will see why. It'll all make sense. It'll all be clear as day to you. That the things that you went through, you had to for a reason. He orchestrated it for a reason. So yeah, we just came on here to just encourage you to push through. It don't have to be anything relationally. It could be something dealing with your job. It could be something dealing with other life things, your
friendships, your spiritual life. It can deal with so many things. But in all of that, you still got to push through, because life does, it has to keep going. You have to keep going, and just trust what God got for you. It's for you, and it will not pass you by. Know that and remember that. Extend yourself some grace. You are forgiven.
So y'all, we just came on to tell you that, and we hope that you will have a wonderful rest of your evening. We thank y'all for being tuned in and locked in with us each and every Monday. We're going to say our words of affirmation, and we're going to let you enjoy the rest of your day. So I am whole.
I am whole.
I am worthy.
I am worthy.
I am loving.
I am loving.
I am forgiving.
I am forgiven.
I am the head and not the tail.
I'm the head and not the tail.
I'm above and not beneath.
Above and not beneath.
And I am more than a conqueror.
I am more than a conqueror.
And I will always be.
And I will always be.
My true and authentic self.
My true and authentic self. Y'all, we thank y'all. We are praying for y'all. Y'all pray for us. And y'all, we will see y'all on the next episode of This Is Your Favorite Podcast. Bye.